Hey, what's up, guys? It's November. Can you believe it? It's wild, right? So, first of all, happy upcoming Thanksgiving Day. Excited to be in the middle of this training block with you. Again, this one's a little shorter than normal because of the end of the year. And just to remind those dates for you, uh, we are having the end of this testing cycle is December 10 to 15th. We'll do an annual testing cycle on the 17th to 22nd or so, and then it's like a skeleton schedule that final week of the year when you have a lot of people coming in to visit, people out of town. We'll actually even be having travel workouts for your members that they can do that we'll be providing during that week. So everyone will be taken care of. But right now, let's get down to the good stuff. We already went over in the lesson plans, and I'll kind of give a quick review for this week. The first week of November, really the last week of October, is on the previous sheet also. But we're going over the testing block for weeks 1 to 3, and that's going to be our back squat endurance and lactic power cyclical tester, right? We're increasing their capacity on the cyclical piece before we increase it with mixed CrossFit movements. Upper body pushing for the dip, sumo deadlift, base of support for deadlift coming up, filthy 50, high rep contraction, and then the overhead squat, kind of the lactic power endurance, aerobic powery skill tester, and then just a fun Saturday workout. The Saturdays are just going to be partner team workouts. We're not doing any testing on that day, this cycle. So let's get into it. Let me actually see if I can do this a little bit. Yeah, let's increase the size. There we go. So here we are. On Monday, we're starting up, and what I want to do is take you through the 3-day progression real quick, not the exact parts what we're doing, but where we're going with it. So we increased our deadlift and our overhead squat in the last cycle, hopefully, or got better at the movements. Now we're going to start putting those together a little bit, and you'll see some transitional movements of snatch balance and snatch grip deadlift, right? So a little more positional work that's going to be better for everyone. Still working on the absolute strength for the deadlift, but the snatch is going to be a little lighter there, or wider the grip. And then ring dips and now upper body endurance. We're building those out to kind of like a CP battery piece. It's going to be a snatch grip deadlift and Amanda or Elizabeth, right, which is upper body pushing and barbell cycling. Okay, so advanced for Amanda, intermediate kind of performance would be Elizabeth, and then a version for fitness and function there for slam balls or Russian kettlebell swings, either one. Okay, so that's the progression there. You see those OE lifts we're doing together now on Monday, and eventually the next 3 weeks after this is going to be putting it together to your full snatch. So rework behind the scenes. Hopefully people see the pieces they're building on, but it's also something new and challenging. And then we go, hey, here's the full deal. All right, the next day, the Tuesday progression is going to be the front squat progression. Right, so we did back squat endurance. So now we're building up to front squat, which we know that the thrusters are limited by front squat on one portion. So the better our front squat gets, 95 pounds, is super easy. So we have a lot of front squat and squat endurance work. So you'll see front squat to a heavy set of 5. And then with prone row, so for the pulling and the pull-ups, prone row over here, back and forth, and some wall ball jumping and rowing there. And then next up is front squat waves. So we're building up to a tough set of 3 here. And then finally, a lactic power mix high output piece. That's 20 calories on the bike into 20 double kettlebell front squat into 20 burpee box jump over. So a variation of what we did last cycle, but now on the air bike and with kettlebell front squat. So for our lactic power, we're instead of hinging before, which is a little faster, we're doing squatting now, which should be even harder. Okay, that's the idea. And eventually you see Fran. And finally, the test here, front squat build to a 3-rep max here, and then a lactic power piece that increases both in complexity and in squatting there. So again, similar to what we've done before, but now instead of it being power cleans, it's a front squat, a hang squat clean, and into a full squat clean. So legs should burn, but guess what? Fran burns on your legs too. On Wednesday, we're going on our high rep contraction day. It's going to be Wednesday with upper body pushing. So it's going to be strict press into a push press, and what I want is the strict press on the front end here so that fatigues people's shoulders out or early if they have to use their legs on the push press. Okay, so for Fran, one of the issues we see is people start pressing too early. They don't wait and get the hip drive on the thruster, and now their shoulders are fried, comes the pull-ups, and their whole upper carriage is spent. So we can get them to press up and then wait and then really drive and get the legs to do the heaving. and not their arms, right? Push press is not an arm exercise. Well, it's upper body push. Really, a lot of knee flexion and hip drive should be the main mover of that movement there. And then into high contraction, double under lunge and shoulder overhead. What do we get when we combine good front squat, good shoulder overhead? Now you got a thruster. You have the endurance of those pieces. Now you have thruster reps and pull-ups and grip in there, and we're ready to crush it. So again, these workouts look like they're not really into Fran, but in my mind, they are, because that's what we're building. More pressing complex, and then before Thanksgiving, it's going to be a 3-rep max push press into a workout we're calling Thanksgiving Earn. It's just a high-rep, fun, sweaty workout that people, when they leave, may have the day off on Thursday, feel good. And hopefully everyone here is closed on Thursday, because calories don't count, right, on Thanksgiving. Good. Thursday, we're doing functional bodybuilding. We did high-rep contraction work previously. Now we're doing base of support work for Monday. So again, Monday was snatch, grip, deadlift, and then the ring dips and push-ups. So the functional bodybuilding to support that, single leg RDL or single leg landmines, and single arm bench press. Right? So higher rep, higher contraction, low load, but now it's more structural alignment because we're getting into heavier loads on the output side. There's always a support piece we want to do. Hopefully it looks like just different stuff to people, but that's the idea we're doing. And again, I want your members to start to understand, oh, here's why your programming works so well. Here's why I feel so good. Your coaches are delivering this to them, and now they need your coaches more versus being able just to go do a workout on their own. We know they need you. The next part is going to be core rotation and anti-rotation work. So it's going to be a kneeling side med ball throw. So you're going to go from your knees 5 times, trying to create rotational power there and some athleticism, into a dual front rack carry, which is going to be anti-rotational. It's going to want to pull you, so we've got a brace there. And it's a grinder effort. It's something really, really hard. It's your call: rowing, air bike, a sled push, a farmer walk, a 2 dumbbell bear crawl, 30 seconds on, 90 seconds off times 4 sets. So it takes 8 minutes, short setup, should be very, very hard. Increasing effort. I want your first set, set 1 is the slowest. I want set 4 to be your hardest. So we're trying to pace them a little there too. And that's going to go down all the way to, Thanksgiving, there's nothing. And then we start the new cycle there, and it's more functional bodybuilding. That's the idea there. Friday, we're going now to squat endurance, right? Friday before was our overhead squat for capacity. Now it's squat endurance, building up to sets of 10 reps for the front squats, and then a set of 8 across, finally building up to a tough set of 10 rep, and then a partner workout post-Thanksgiving that's kind of CP battery partner workout. So heavy squat cleans, pull-ups, and rowing that we're going to build back into that kind of CP battery tester there. And then the final week of November, we start a new cycle where we're actually starting the 3-week build. We have NARF, which is Fran backwards, climbing ladder, some muscle density work here, aerobic power, and then our CP density that will bring us up to our testing week right here. You got it good. We're getting all the rest of it there. Just about done for the holidays, and that's going to be the November facility program. Let's see if there's something else cool I could show you, but I don't. That's November. See the progressions, how they're working through, and how they work together on a weekly level also is really important to do that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.